So you're ready to do what it takes to lose that stubborn belly fat of yours. And I'm here to help you. First though, let's determine how long it'll take you to do so. Pick which one of these 6 photos best represents your current body fat percentage. Now, in order to successfully strip off stubborn belly fat, you want to ideally get to 10% body fat. By using the optimal rate of fat loss, you have a rough estimate shown here on how long the process will take you, based on where you're at right now. This may be longer than you expected. Fat loss results aren't delivered by Amazon Prime, but it takes a while because the belly is one of the hardest places to reduce fat. As humans, we are predisposed to store fat here because it helped our ancestors survive by keeping energy near important organs. This means it's more resistant to mobilization. So when you lose fat, other areas like your face and your arms will tone up quickly, but the belly will take longer. That being said, losing stubborn belly fat is entirely possible. Most people just fuck up before they get there. So the first step is to set up a calorie deficit for yourself. This is the most efficient way to lose fat. It simply means consuming fewer calories than your body burns, forcing it to use stored fat for energy. And when I say calorie deficit, I don't mean starve yourself and go cry in the corner. We're doing this properly. And if you also want to minimize muscle loss or even gain muscle at the same time, you should lift weights alongside the calorie deficit. So how do you set this up? Well, in order to maximize fat loss, you want to lose 1% of your body weight per week. So you should start at a moderate calorie deficit of 500 per day and adjust from there. Just use an online TDEE calculator to find your maintenance calories and minus 500 from that. And that's your daily calorie allowance. Use an app to track your calories. I recommend MyFitnessPal. And then track your body weight every day. And if you haven't lost 1% of your body weight in a week, reduce your daily calories by 100. And when it comes to the weights, you just need a 45-minute session at least 2 days per week. And you need to aim to progress on either the weight or the reps every session. So if you want to maximize muscle gain, you need to track your weights too. But I'll cover that in a different video. Now, step 2 is absolutely key, but it's where most people go wrong. You need to stay consistent and be patient until the belly fat eventually goes. Patience isn't sexy, but abs are. Because remember, you're predisposed to store fat on the belly, so it's one of the last places you lose fat from. So you need a consistent calorie deficit over a period of time. But the majority of people who start a calorie deficit will give up before the fat loss eventually reaches the stubborn areas like the belly. And a lot of the time, this comes from having the wrong mindset around fat loss. People think short term and use an aggressive diet, which leads to burnout. But for long-term results and consistency, you need to shift your perspective to making lifestyle changes. You don't want a restrictive diet that makes you miserable. You need healthy changes that get you results but mean you can still enjoy your life. By the way, I upload no bullshit fat loss and muscle gain advice every week. So if you want to see more, then subscribe. Step 3 is ab exercises, but specifically weighted ones. If you gain muscle tissue on your abs, they'll show through quicker and make your stomach look more defined, therefore reducing the appearance of stubborn belly fat. But the mistake that most people make is doing bodyweight ab exercises. These will build more muscular endurance rather than muscular growth. That's because you will need to do way more reps than the optimal muscle growth range in order to reach failure. And abs are like any other muscle. You need to progressively overload them to stimulate muscle growth. So make sure you include weighted ab exercises in your workouts and use a rep range of 7 to 12. And like any other exercise, aim to progress each session. Also, make sure to include both upper and lower ab targeted exercises. The exercises I personally enjoy are cable crunches for the upper abs and weighted knee raises for the lower abs. Now, you're equipped with the information needed to lose that stubborn belly fat for good, but it wouldn't be complete if I didn't let you know this. You need to understand that you might not need to lose all of your stubborn belly fat. That's because for some people, getting down to a low body fat percentage can be draining. You would need to consume a low amount of calories, which can make you feel super fatigued and hungry. And unless you're training to be the next Mr. Olympia, that's no way to live. And the thing is, genetics play a massive part. One guy could sit at 10% body fat comfortably, whereas another may have to starve himself to reach 20%. So you need to find a balance where you're happy with the way you look, but you also feel great at the same time. I run a one-to-one coaching program called Hero Fitness, where we help people lose fat and gain muscle. If you want us to hold you accountable to lose that stubborn fat, then you can apply using the link in the description. And just click here if you want to check out another video.